This episode is brought to you by the Colfax Avenue Business Improvement District. Time is running out to snag your 2025 bag of Colfax. This special gift is Colfax Ave's annual curated gift bag with 4 to 6 hand-selected products from iconic Colfax businesses. The bags are on sale now until they sell out, and trust me, they always do. The bags can be picked up starting now at the Learned Lemur, and orders will be fulfilled by December 23rd. Order yours online at colfaxave.com/Colfax-programs. That's colfaxave.com/Colfax-programs. This episode is brought to you by Denver Health. Denver Health is proud to sponsor the CityCast Denver Denver's Denver Awards. As the backbone of this city for 165 years, they are Denver's most trusted. Denver Health is more than a hospital, more than a doctor, more than a treatment. They are a community. Denver Health is your neighbor and your champion, with you for life's journey. Denver Health offers emergency care, urgent care, and primary care, as well as healthcare in more than 130 other specialties. Most major insurance types are accepted. Visit denverhealth.org/citycast to learn more. That's denverhealth.org/citycast. Today on CityCast Denver, it's finally cold and the kids are already getting stir crazy. So where do you take the little ones when they need to blow off some steam and you need to get out of the house? I'm revisiting a conversation I had last year with 2 fellow parents to craft the ultimate list of family-friendly winter activities across the Mile High City. Today is Monday, December 8th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. I'm so excited to kick off our last membership drive of the year. We have a really lofty goal too, and that's why we need your help to reach it. We're declaring 2026 the year of local. It's our push to help people get more deeply engaged with where we live as a way to build real connection in an increasingly disconnected world. There are so many people in Denver who want to laugh together, disagree together, and root for this place together and show up for their neighbors together. I know you're one of them because you're listening to this show right now. If you believe in a more connected, curious, compassionate city, becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor is a meaningful way to help build that. Membership helps sustain the show and helps listeners plug into the local conversation in a deeper, more intentional way. Plus, neighbors get to unlock sweet perks that help you get and give more from your city. Like our cool member events, where we do stuff like get together and talk about local politics and ballot issues over a beer, or an ice cold pop if you're like me. You can join us today at membership.citycast.fm for just $10 a month or $100 a year. Again, that's membership.citycast.fm. Hope to see you there. Local history aficionado, writer, and dad, David Gilbert. Welcome back.
Howdy, thanks.
And editor of Dining Out Magazine, longtime writer and mom, Linnea Covington. Hello again.
Hey.
So we're talking about fun stuff to do with kids, and also adults that want to come hang out with you and your kids, which I think that's a pretty normal thing for me too. Like our friend group and our family is a lot of folks that have kids, but a lot of folks that don't have kids too. I don't know about you guys.
Most of them have kids.
Yeah.
No, I've gotten used to the idea that like I'm going to see my friends a handful of times a year at this point, and like that's just kind of okay.
Yeah, totally.
But
it's like as long as they're cool with kids.
Yeah,
please
exactly.
Come hang out with us. So it's a time of year. A lot of folks have family and friends in town. And we wanted to find some things that were fun to do with kids around the city. And we've got a couple categories. The first thing we're going to look at is best free thing that you can do with kids. David, you want to start?
So I'm going to I hope I'm not stealing anybody else's thunder here, but man, the city and county building and the Mile High Tree rule so hard.
Good call.
And this year they're adding that big drone show thing.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so the city and county building, the big courthouse right there across from the Capitol in the middle of Denver, they light it up for the holidays, and every night at 5:45 and 6:45, they do like a big synchronized light show thing.
That's right.
And then right across from that is the Mile High Tree, which is this giant, like, conical tree-shaped thing that you can go inside, and it's also like timed to music. And the whole thing is a total mind F.
Yeah.
And like, it's fantastic and it's free and it's there and it runs through, I think the city and county building lights run through the stock show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, no, and it's great. And like, and you know, we go many times every year.
This is a great pick to me because it's an example of, as an adult, we forget that it doesn't take that much for things to be fun for kids, and it can be fun for us if we let ourselves go, which is as simple as going and looking at a really gorgeous light display. This one in particular, the animated nature, the synchronized music, definitely like makes it more interesting. But one of my favorite things as a kid was going to look at Christmas lights. I don't know, Linnea, was that a thing you did?
Oh, yeah. And like one of my suggestions was actually going to be create a scavenger hunt for Christmas lights, which is super fun because you don't have to worry about the kids being cold because they're in the car. You run out and take pictures with the various ones once you find them and bring some hot chocolate. And it's like the cheapest fun. And if it gets too much, you just go home.
What would be something on a scavenger hunt that we could look for? What would you recommend?
Oh, yeah. So I've done scavenger hunts where there's like find 10 snowmans, find Elf from Will Ferrell Elf.
Find the Grinch.
Find the Grinch. Find all of Santa's reindeer. You know, so it's just like you can make it your own. There's also tons online that you can just like Google Christmas light scavenger hunt and you'll come up with a lot of things.
I love that idea.
We already have houses around us that are like totally decked out.
Same.
And I'm like, okay, well, we don't really need to put inflatables and...
Yeah, we can enjoy someone else's handiwork.
Yep,
this is something that makes you feel good. I mean, I've thought about this so much. The existence of Christmas lights anywhere always makes me feel better. It's like a sensory thing. And if I walk in somewhere and there's Christmas lights hanging, I'm like, okay.
I don't think we should take them down in January. I think they should just stay up until the time changes
No, but then
back.
they don't get spent. You gotta,
That's true. That might be an interesting call to action for this show is tell people to submit like what's your like cool house in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Totally. If you have a house in your neighborhood that you know goes all out that you think other people would love to see, give us a call on the Christmas Lights All the Time hotline 720-500-5418. Mine is a little similar to yours. Mine's the Larimer lights at Larimer Square.
Ooh, yeah.
So theirs is more just like Christmas decor. Like they do the lights over the street, which is a closed off street, also beautiful year round. But what I learned was November 29th through December 31st, they do free programming throughout the week. They have a holiday bazaar that runs. But what's really cool is they have a free sit with Santa and Mrs. Claus on Saturday afternoons in December. So if you don't want to do the big picture package thing, which like, it can be kind of overwhelming. You have to like make a reservation and then the pictures, and this you can do for free. And it's just Santa's hanging out in the afternoon on Larimer Square. They also have the Dickens Carolers on late Saturday afternoon, so you can get a little of the music. And it's just like maybe hit the city and county building and then head downtown and hang out on Larimer Square for a couple hours.
Totally.
That sounds perfect.
Isn't it? It's like, I know, we're all just like, I feel less tired already just thinking about not having to like wait in line, spend a ton of money. Like,
man, mall Santas are crazy expensive.
They are. They really are. They've really gone.
Yeah.
And who wants that many pictures of your kid on Santa? You know, like who wants that picture besides you and grandma? Like,
yeah, totally. So the next question we have is best thing to do with kids, but adults can come too. Linnea, what have you got?
Okay, so this year there's the Cherry Creek Holiday Market, which is in Cherry Creek. It's bigger, it's better, it's brighter, it's free to go. There's the Mistletoe Lounge, which is part of it.
So cute.
And so for kids, there's hot chocolate, and they have like a whipped cream like foam that they'll put on it, and like hot apple cider. And then of course for adults, you can get that too, or get something spiked. It's just very colorful. There's live music. So if you want to go shopping, there's plenty of kid-friendly little shopping areas. This year they have a giving box. It's like a vending machine, but instead of like getting like a toy or something, you like put money in to donate to a charity. So
cool.
Kids could pick a charity they want. So it's a really good way to also be altruistic and kind of talk about the season of giving while also drinking really good hot chocolate.
I love that. And this is in Cherry Creek North, so you can hang out. And again, I think the Mistletoe Lounge usually is like sort of a heated area, which is cool.
Yes.
But you can also wander over to the mall if you want to warm up. They really go all out. It's beautiful.
Can we talk a little bit about kid Christmas events and the hot chocolate racket though? because okay,
Yeah.
Chris Kindle Market at Civic Center or Zoo Lights. Man, yeah, it's one price to get in, but do not promise your kids that you are getting them hot chocolate there, because you are going to be dropping like $40 on hot chocolate. And it's like, and so it's like the Cherry Creek one, if they got like special super awesome like whipped cream foam and stuff like that I'm down with. But the
That
one where
makes
it's
it
just
unique.
like, yeah, the one where it's like, look, man, this is like some like Great Value brand, like barely
We
stirred
know the
up,
Swiss
watered
Miss.
down. Yeah. And it's like, and you're charging me like $12 for this. Like, no, that's my pro tip. Like, parents, like, pack your own
Bring
hot
a
chocolate.
thermos.
Yes,
Well-
bring your own thermos.
I always bring my own hot chocolate for
Yeah.
them because it's also so hot. They can't physically
Yeah.
drink
Oh
it.
yeah, because they're trying to keep it hot for like multiple hours,
And they don't have
so-
ice because I've also often been like, can I have some ice for this? And so we get through the whole Zoo Lights and we still have this giant hot chocolate that's still too hot to drink.
Yeah.
So bring some ice or some water or your own.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
it's
so funny.
like who buys their own candy at the movies, right? It's like, you know, and it's yeah.
I don't. I'm that sucker who's like, sure, yeah, fine,
Red vines.
whatever you want, whatever you want.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. My little family was lucky to travel a lot this year, from Miami and Seattle to our first ever vacation to Paris and Copenhagen. And that means a whole lot of pictures of us that we had to share with Nana and Tutu and Papa and everyone in the family. But who wants to see once-in-a-lifetime photos of their grandkid under the Eiffel Tower on their phone? That's where Aura Frames comes in. This amazing frame is an evolving photo album that can be displayed for all to enjoy. You get unlimited free space for photos and video. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi. Share photos and videos effortlessly, straight from your phone all year long. You can even preload photos before it ships. Keep adding from anywhere, anytime. Even personalize your gift and add a message before the frame arrives. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code CITYCAST at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code CITYCAST. This deal is exclusive to our listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now and get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is sponsored by Babbel. The idea of learning a new language can be scary. I felt overwhelmed by that. I bet you have too. I'm CityCast CEO David Plotz, and studies show that up to 90% of people trying to learn a new language give up. 90%. Fortunately, Babbel's built so that it's really easy to get started and really easy to stick with it. They understand that people learn differently. So maybe you can dive into a podcast on Babbel when you don't feel like a quick lesson, or you can speak out loud to get practice in, or you can explore courses based on specific topics and even create your own customized review lists, all within the Babbel app. Babbel has made learning a language all about small steps with real wins and progress you can actually track and feel. Bite-sized lessons that fit easily into your daily routine and are also easy to remember. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing real results. I've been learning Spanish with Babbel, and it's helped when I've traveled in Mexico, and it helps me eavesdrop on my son and my girlfriend when they speak Spanish to try to fool me. No más, mi corazón. However you learn best, by listening, speaking, reading, or writing, Babbel adapts to your style and keeps you motivated with personalized learning plans, real-time feedback, and progress tracking. And right now, here's a special limited time deal for CityCast listeners. Right now, get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/CityCast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/CityCast. Spelled BABBEL.com/CityCast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hey, Bree here. I love Denver, and I never feel more connected to it than when I run into multiple friends from different eras of my life at a place like St. Mark's, which is one of my fave old school coffee shops in Denver. I always know I'm in the right place when I'm at St. Mark's. And that feeling of deep connection with the city is why we created the CityCast Denver Neighbors program. Yes, CityCast Denver Neighbors is a way to support this podcast and keep it going, but it's also a way of getting more out of the city you love. When you're a CityCast Denver neighbor, you get an early look at events coming up around town. You get to shout out local nonprofits or businesses you love on the podcast, and you get to join us for members-only experiences around the city, like our big award show, which, if you sign up to be a neighbor now, comes with a free ticket to the show, and it gets you into our neighbors-only after party. Join CityCast Denver Neighbors by going to membership.citycast.fm right now. That's membership.citycast.fm, and I'll see you around town. Well, mine is not similar, but on the hot chocolate tip. I love Blossoms of Light at the Denver Botanic Gardens.
Yes.
Totally. 100%
It's like
endorsed.
if you've never been, you might not know that it's not just some Christmas lights on the plants. There are these beautiful displays. There's like themed color sections. There's the synchronized lights happening. And again, they have different stations throughout. You can bring your own snacks. I'm sure for little kids, they don't care. But like they do have the stations if you want to get hot chocolate. They also have like fudge and caramel and like all these kettle corn. And they do it at the Botanic Gardens as well as their other space, that Chatfield, which is, I haven't been to that one yet.
I have not either.
It looks really cool too. Different displays.
Yeah,
But
we've been there quite a few times. They always have the best Santa, like a really like old school looking Santa.
Nice.
I love a good Santa.
And in the past, they've had crafts too. So like you get to do like make a plate for Santa's cookies and like
Oh, fun.
and Mrs. Claus is there, and it just feels very rustic and a little more like traditional Christmas.
I like that. Because, yeah, the Chatfield Farms, they have like a tractor that's decorated and it's a little bit, and it's on an actual former farm. There's a reason Botanic Gardens events sell out, and it's because they're awesome.
Also, like I really do feel like the Blossoms of Light thing, that is one of those, like, I really hope like that, you know, I mean, I think a fun thing about having kids my age, they're 6 and 3, is that like, hopefully this really is like prime, like Christmas, like wonder, like childlike wonder
it really
age.
is.
And like Blossoms of Light is totally one of those, like, yeah, that like, hopefully that like sticks in your memory.
I think it's an unforgettable.
Yeah.
I think
I
they'll
love it.
And the tradition, being able to do it as a tradition, which is one of those things that's so important to me. And I think I don't know. I have a kid who he likes to be cozy. He always tells me, Mommy, I want to be cozy. And so he's like a very feelings kid. And I think having those things that we get to do every year make a difference.
Totally.
Also, I found that the Blossoms of Light, A, you have to get tickets online. You cannot get them in person. And B, they actually have different days for like the off-peak days. So if you want a little bit cheaper ticket when it's a little less crazy, they have a whole calendar listing when their peak and off-peak and like sort of value tickets are. So it's a good thing to like plan a little bit in advance. But again, this is great for adults because you can just wander, and they have drinks for adults too. And it doesn't require adults to like participate in something that's specifically for children. It's just kind of for everybody. That's
And
what
the
I love
kids
about
can't
it.
run wild because it's very structured.
Yes.
So they can kind of run wild, but they can't like get too far away.
You can see that. Yeah.
And,
Very
and,
nice.
and a pro tip for both the Botanic Gardens and Zoo Lights, which if you can't get tickets to Botanic Gardens, definitely do Zoo Lights. Make sure they're warm.
Yeah.
Just bring layers. Just make sure the kids are warm,
Pocket
or
warmers.
it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So-
No, that's a good thing to remember because you're outside for a couple hours. So it's crucial. David, what about you? Something for kids and adults.
Okay, so this is something I have not done, and I want to ask you guys if you've ever done
Yeah.
it. Okay, this is my friend DJ recommends every year. He tells me you got to go do the thing where you go up to the mountains and cut your own Christmas tree.
Oh, wow.
Where you get like a permit from the Forest Service.
Yeah.
And like that was his like tradition with his parents was like, you know, they like, and talk about your old thermos of hot chocolate and bundling up in layers thing. And like they go up there and they like cut down a Christmas tree. And I've never done it. And I was looking at the website, and it's like one of those things like a lot of like the whole recreation.gov thing that you're supposed to do these days for every damn campground reservation and everything, which is like, it's like annoyingly convoluted. To I feel like maybe other people don't, but it's like, you know, you can go to these specific areas, but you have to like get a permit and you have to do all this, jump through these hoops. But apparently once you're there, but like I'm kind of curious because I've never done it, and I don't know if it's one of those things where like the close-in areas to Denver are like totally swamped, and
This
like,
is where I would ask Reddit,
I don't know.
to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
okay.
Because I feel like this is something Denver Reddit, the Denver subreddit would know, because I know, I've heard that it's really fun. I feel like our newsletter editor, Peyton, might do this. But I do think it's one of those things that is a great tradition,
Yeah.
but definitely maybe you want some insider information.
Yeah,
on how
and
to-
it's like
how to
I've-
do it best.
Yeah, because it's like so, and I don't know if it's like one of those things like you got to go like 2 or 3 hours from Denver, so you're not
Yeah.
just like jammed with a bunch of other people who are like out of my way. I want to experience
might
the
be
solitude of the
something-
Colorado mountains.
It might be just something like the earlier the better. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard
Yeah.
keeping the tree alive, all that
We
stuff. but-
always, when growing up here, we always drove to Greeley and cut down a tree. And it was always
Yeah?
like, had to be no taller than me until I surpassed my mom's height. And then it was no taller than her. It was really fun. And you'd think I would bring that tradition to my family, but I have a fake tree.
Yeah.
And it's small and it fits in the same corner and the cats can't climb it.
Yeah,
and there's no needles on the carpet.
There's really
I know.
pluses and minuses to both. I have this struggle every year. Do I just get a plastic tree? I also love the real tree, but those factors are real.
Yeah, no, the real tree. We did the real tree for a little bit, and like it smells nice and
I
it
love
looks
it.
nice, and like it can
You
be
know
cool.
what also smells nice?
What?
Go to like Sprouts and buy the rosemary trees and put those near it. So therefore you get the refreshing herby, wintry smell
Interesting.
without the pine needles everywhere.
Okay, interesting.
That's a good insider too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I should mention that Blossoms of Light and the Denver Botanic Gardens are sponsors of this show. Okay, let's go on to our final category, which is a little broader, more year-round, but something that I know we all struggle with as parents, which is good restaurants that are kid-friendly. Linnea, what's your recommendation?
Okay, so I was kind of sticking to the holiday theme with this. We're going
Great.
to do dessert first, which is Santa's Factory, which is at Little Man Ice Cream Factory this
Oh,
season.
yes.
So it's just a fun way to give a treat. The kids can slide. It's just a lovely spot to be in.
I have yet to do it, but I know, but like they're on our events calendar. They do so much stuff during the holiday season, and I want to go check this out.
I love the
this.
company. Like everything they do is just really thoughtful and fun. And the ice cream's really good too. Yeah, the factory has a big slide. Adults can go on it too. I definitely have done it many times.
Be afraid of like breaking my hip or something.
No, it's actually it's pretty safe as long as you don't have 10 kids behind you.
Trying to get you. Yeah.
But so that's my dessert recommendation. And then for like another holiday look, kid-friendly restaurant, Steuben's is great. They have a
really?
pop-up in their kind of outdoor area. It's like a covered outdoor area, and it's completely Christmasified.
Oh, no way.
Christmasified.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it just is opening like right now.
Love it.
And it's so you get all the good Steuben's kid-friendly food, and it's beautiful. And Ace next door has a similar one that's more winter wonderland if your kid is like into Asian food.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know they did that.
And the last one I want to say is my neighbor Felix does Felix Navidad. So they basically throw up Christmas all over the place, and they're very kid-friendly. They have a kids menu, and it's
Plenty
you
of
know.
stuff for them to look at. And
it's really just like you have to like Christmas right now to go in there.
but that's good because kids we know this. And I feel for other folks in restaurants that are there and they're like, oh, there's kids here. But like also we are also trying to find ways to keep our kids occupied. So when there's stuff for them to like look at and just like interact with, it makes everyone's dining experience easier. David, what about you?
So this is like a big topic for me. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and I think it's so fascinating because like I think as millennials, we grew up kind of in the golden era of like theme restaurants and
Yes.
family restaurants and
Entertainment destinations.
Yeah, and like there's still a market for theme family restaurants. Let's
Yeah.
go. But okay, so this is going to be my recommendation for family friendly restaurants. It's going to be kind of funny saying it next to a food writer. I am real big on fast food play
You
places.
do love a fast food play place.
I do. Okay. I am all in. I am so the depths of winter, it's cold, it's dark. Trampoline parks, which is like what replaced all the discovery zones of the
Yes.
world, they're crazy expensive. But let me tell you something. You can go to a McDonald's play place. You can get 2 of those $5 combos they got now. You can get 2 of the 4-piece nugget Happy Meals. That's $20. You feed your whole family. They bring it to your table. You can hang out in there for hours. No admission fee.
Do you have any McDonald's to recommend? Because I would just say I've been to a few trying to do this very thing and they've locked it and they don't have it open.
Yeah. Okay. So this is I swear, Brie, we could do a
Because I
whole
think
show
McDonald's
on
is
this.
trying to get rid of all their employees. So
Right. No, I know. I tell you, we could do a whole show on this. There's one, County Line and Holly is like
sure.
the gold standard of.
I
There's
will
also,
drive that far.
Okay, good. Also, there's one on like Highlands Ranch Parkway, just off of Broadway. It's like 9,000 South or something. That's an excellent one.
Okay.
Trying to think.
My in-laws take my son to a Chick-fil-A on Wadsworth near South West Plaza, so I know that one has
Yeah.
a kids area as well. It's open.
And I actually, one of my strangest experiences with this was like post-pandemic when they were starting to reopen. We were hunting down good play places.
Yeah.
And we went to the Burger King at Sheridan and Alameda.
Was it open?
It was not at that time. And we were like, it was like late in the evening. It was the snowstorm. And there were like a handful of like, people in these like, cold, like wet coats charging their phones in there. And I like came in with these two little kids. And I was like,
can we
we're here to play on the play place. And they were like, no.
So maybe I would also say scout them out a little in advance
Yeah.
because the disappointment is rough
Yeah.
to deal with
No,
your kids.
but
But I
they're-
love this one. It's affordable.
Yeah.
But also ages. Some of them
Yes.
are for like little kids, like your kids, whereas
Yeah.
my 10-year-old would not be able to go in there.
So
Yeah.
it's good to like check it out ahead of time.
Yes.
But it's worth it, I think, because it's like you said, it's super affordable and they can be in there for quite a while.
Yeah, no,
Mine is down. I was thinking a lot about downtown because I was at Larimer Square, and I was talking to my husband last night, and I was like, "What are some restaurants we go to that really cater to having a kid with you?" And he was like, "Oh, Cherry Cricket, the ballpark location." And I was like,
Really?
Yes, because all Cherry Crickets, one of their big things is aquarium. They have like aquariums in all of the restaurants.
Really?
Yeah. So this, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. And the one in Ballpark has a huge aquarium. So when you walk in, they can like walk around it and like kind of sit inside of it and look at it. And so there's that component. And second, their menu is awesome for kids. Little cricket burger, peanut butter and jelly, mac and cheese, hot dogs. They got a ton of great stuff. And then at the back of that one, they have an arcade. And it's like, they have like air hockey and like basketball. And even if you have little kids, they don't even need to turn the games on. They can just kind of play with them. But it's like so easy because this area is for adults, but they don't mind that kids are back there. And it just like takes the stress out of, if you want to sit down at a restaurant, Cherry Cricket Ballpark kills it for kids. It's perfect for kids.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I need to go. I've never been to that location.
Yeah, I love the Cherry Creek location. It's harder to get into. It's not quite as kid friendly in that same way, but the Ballpark one, it's massive too. So there's tons of space. So like if there is a group of people that are like want to just be with adults, they don't have to be anywhere near your kids, and there's still plenty of room for your kids to go crazy, and they don't care. And the service is always super great about it. They're very chill. And I mean, if you haven't been to the Cherry Cricket, what's really great about it is it's essentially a bar, but it has amazing food and they let kids in there. And that's what I love. To me, that's like, I mean, as a kid that grew up going to bars, it's like, oh, this is like childhood. But it's just like, it feels very much like the kid part is intentional. So,
But the burgers are great
and
too.
the burgers are
cool.
phenomenal. So, well, this is so great, you guys. I think we have a really good, robust list, and it's a pretty wide variety. We'll share more information in our show notes as well. You can always get more recommendations for fun events and things to do in our newsletter. That's denver.citycast.fm. You can subscribe to that as well. Linnea, David, thank you so much. This was really fun and helpful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
totally.
Hey, before we say goodbye, I want to say thank you to all the new and longtime CityCast Denver neighbors for supporting what we do. We are just getting started on our year-end membership campaign, so if you want to join as a member, now is the time. Again, just $10 a month. You get amazing perks and that warm and fuzzy feeling of knowing that you're supporting a part of what makes Denver a better place. Plus, if you become a member during this campaign, you get a free ticket to the Denver is Denver Awards on December 18th. That's like the who's who of the Mile High. All of us will be there, dressed to the nines, and you could be there with us too. Learn more and become a member at membership.citycast.fm. That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell a new parent about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to our morning newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. And you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you later.